everybody go tapping with the Pot with Tigmatic.
Y'all tune into the Pot Podcast. And guess what? There's an episode.
And you are tuned into the Pot Podcast.
And with the Pot Podcast with my boy Tigmatic. You hear me? It's going down. To follow the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
That's that number one.
That's that number one.
Just keep committing violence. Now that I'm on now, but I'm losing my game. Definitely ain't even get to see me when I caught that new thing. Dizzy ain't get to get me on all these props playing.
About 1:15 p.m., Southeast Patrol officers responded to the 100 block of Manchester Avenue for a robbery that just occurred. When they arrived, they found a male suffering gunshot wounds, and that male was then transported to the hospital.
I done made it out the struggle, I done made it out of my streets. I had days I seen brains on the concrete. I had days I came out and wasn't trying to speak. I had pain that remains under my feet. I had the rain switching lanes, old body. See me with her, ask me if I hit her, it's a probably. Catch a girl, freak 'em, used to hit 'em in the alley. Biggest in the room, you ain't even in the lobby. Back streets raised me, I'm a backstreet baby. I got that roll call with the street lights, niggas play me. I got niggas think I'm crazy, I got bitches think I'm wavy. I got mom dukes looking at me saying I got lazy. I got shit I gotta do, and this ones I gotta do it for. I gotta make shit safe, run the corner store. I gotta make shit straight for the young boys. Keep them out the streets and out the reach of these dumb boys. Shit don't make sense, I'ma make moves. I'ma make hits like I'm Babe Ruth. We gon' take your chick out the Chris roof. I mean roof Chris, eat the cake too. This for all my brothers in them state boots. Miss you niggas, ain't no one that can replace you. To all the ones that's gonna feel like I done failed you. Survivor's guilt is real, that they when I tell you. I'm thankful, I think every moment that I ever had with who ain't here. I pray to God daily that we make it through the years. Tell them, man, I'm grateful, I'm great. I'm greater than the hate that I'm getting thrown in my ear. No matter what they say, I'ma make it up out of here. We made it out of where they say they never make it out of. It's homicides, the news ain't always gotta say about it. They taking souls until they souls is getting taken out of them. They pride is high, they say they'll do it, I don't even doubt them. Yeah, I try to stand, they thinking mine clear. Tell them mud clearing, it still ain't no fearing. Yeah, you down, but you you ain't out, it ain't over. You the definition of a soldier. I'm thankful. I thank every moment that I ever had with who I am. I pray to God daily that we make it through the years. Tell him, man, I'm grateful. I'm great. I'm greater than the hate that I'm getting thrown in my ear. No matter what they say, I'ma make it up out of here.
Coming in from the door, man, on folks them. Y'all already know, cuz. Yeah, 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 I rock all this white like I'm godly. Sushi gon' come with wasabi. Fresh off the steps of the porch. I walk out, get in a Porsche. Know that I'm using the force. Know that I mastered the course. Known as the plug and the source. Haters, they feeling remorse. This for my dogs in court. That's facing the judge and the jury. My brother, he made it in sports. And that's why he rock all that jewelry. She can remember me now. Know that my vision is blurry. I got these racks on me now. Know that the money done carry me. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud. Running their mouth. Know I really feed the game. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hold up. We on the beaches and right off the coast. Down here in Florida, we doing the most. The hustle on South Beach just like a LeBron. You call it a pound and we call it a bomb. We at the lick and I'm working with chicken. Shout out my nigga from Memphis, they chicken. My dog and themselves know I know that they listening. Yeah, I'm on a new level just like I'm Hendrix. Straight from the gutter, we come from the trenches. We ball on these niggas, they sit on the bench. They using the style and I swear I ain't landed. We pushing the P and the P is for profit. They watching and listening, now look how they copy. They hate and respect it, but gotta acknowledge me. Know that a nigga be doing a lot. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud, running their mouth. Know I really feed the game.
Yo, what's up, y'all? You're now tuned into another episode of the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic. We moving and booming. Hey, listen. Y'all already know how I do it, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know how I carry it. You know, it's another day. It's Monday, the beginning of the week. And listen, I'm feeling great. I hope y'all feeling good. As always, this episode was brought to you by Hollywood TV, Hollywood Radio, Dollar Radio, Going In Radio, 105.7 The Phase, DamaniBrand.com, and Norshade Demore Boutique. Hey, listen, folks, I'm in my 1-2, so don't pay me no mind right now. Y'all know how I do, you know what I mean? I'm a little all over the place right now. It's Monday, so I'm a little all over the place as usual. But we here, y'all. And as we here, I got a guest, you know, he from Brooklyn, you know, but, you know, he talk heavy because he can, you know. He go by the name of Hollywood Pompeii, and he here. Say what's up to the folks, my guy.
What up, America? It's your boy Hollywood Pompeii, a.k.a. Pizzle for Shizzle. My niggas, you already know how I sizzle when I drizzle. You dig?
Hey. Y'all hearing? Hey, man, welcome to the pot, man. It's good to have you, man.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. Appreciate being here.
Hey, man. So before we get into it, you know, tell people a little bit more about you. Tell them what you do, man.
Shit, man. I'm an
Keep
entrepreneur.
Keep it clean.
Oh yeah, I'm an I'm an entrepreneur. I got a production studio out in Louisiana, Kenner, Louisiana, right outside the airport. So when you land coming to New Orleans, we one of the first production studios in the area. Uh, we got over, I want to say, 7,000 square feet of creative space for artists to come. 2 recording studios, top-notch engineers. We just opened up a restaurant in there. You know, I got an album that just dropped. I'm back into music. I used to do music when I was young, but I just got a deal recently. You know, now that I can afford to do things how I want to do them. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta rely on anybody. So yeah, so I'm a little all over the place, but it makes sense. You know what I mean? I got a lot going on. You know what I mean? A lot. So
Oh man, that's fire. That's
yeah,
definitely fire, man. And it's good that you decided to come here and chop it up with your boy.
yeah,
Man,
appreciate
listen,
it.
you done work with so many people, man.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
I'm just gonna run down a bit for those that didn't read the bio on the Facebook. If you're not connected to the Facebook, those in YouTube, those in LinkedIn, those on, the phase. We out here. So I'm just gonna read a little bit to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to know about the connect.
Yeah, the connect for real.
Is this the connect for
Yeah, they
real?
already know, man.
Yes.
You know, and we got receipts. We got receipts for everything. You know, people take a picture with somebody and say they work with them. Like, nah, I really did extensive work with these people that you about to run through. Let me let you run through it, brother.
All right. So, first of all, like I said, Hollywood is known as the Connect, y'all. So not only is he known as the Connect, he's also a videographer, like you said. Okay, he's one of the most reliable connects when it comes to putting independent artists and creators in major situations. Hollywood Pompeii has a track record of getting artists major press, features, and has even gotten a few artists some major deals. It's no wonder why they call Hollywood Pompeii the Connect, a name given to him by the late, great Fred the Godson. May he rest in peace. One of the best battle rappers out here ever.
Ever. Yeah.
That's
Ball
a
to
fact.
ball. Yeah, that's my man.
All right, so I'm about to run these names. Y'all ready? His credits include Lil Baby, Kevin Gates, Rob 49, Fetty Wap, Fred the Godson, Casanova, Kid, Bill Collector, Super Saint, Mac from No Limit, Birdman, BG, Turk. You know what I'm saying? On-site Dita from Cash Money.
Yeah, shout out Dita.
The whole, as a whole. Cash Money as a whole. Compton Menace, Beanie Siegel, PD Crack, Drag On, and a whole lot more. And I just seen you in the picture with Gil and them too.
Yeah, Gil's my man. Like, that's not like my longtime friend, but when I was in Pennsylvania, I was fortunate enough to work with Gil, and I was in the beginning stages of Cheese when Cheese was coming out, you know, with the music and all of that. So I actually got, it's a true story. I got Cheese, rest in peace, Cheese, man, good kid.
Rest in peace.
I got Cheese his first feature, his first paid feature. I locked that in for Cheese. So, you know, that's just to, you know what I mean? Man, Cheese was lit. Cheese was lit. Yeah, so me and Gil got, you know what I mean, when I was out in Reading, me and Gil we got a little tight. And Gil was there for me when I was you know, when Fred had passed. It was a tough situation for me because me and Fred was getting real close at that time. We had some things going on, and I was leaning on him, he was leaning on me for a couple things. And when that whole situation happened, uh Gil definitely Gil was there for me. You feel what I'm saying? So I appreciate Gil in so many ways. I put together actually I produced not the record, but I produced the video for the first time when Gilly and Fred got on a record officially for the first time. I put that whole play together. The song is called
Hey,
Legacy. Yeah, the song is called Legacy. The video is called Legacy. We shot that in Reading, Pennsylvania. With my man OTH. OTH was the artist. the main artist on the record. It was his record, and I had a line on Gil, I had a line on Fred, and my man wanted to make that happen. He wanted to be the first one to get Fred and Gil on the record, and I was like, "Look, player, let me produce the whole thing. I can make that happen." So we made that happen. And around the same time, we had Cheese on a record. Y'all can go check this out. We had Cheese get on a record with BG's son. So we had Gilly's son. I had Gilly's son and I had BG's son in the studio. Uh, this was a few years back. This was when BG was still locked up. I had went with his son out Philly, and that's what I'm saying. Gil, one of the realest, man. Gil just opened up the studio for us, and Gil was like, "Yeah, you know what I mean. BG's family, BG's son is family. So whatever y'all need while y'all out here, let me know." And he brought. That's when we met Cheese for the first time. He brought Cheese, and we put the whole play together. And man, it was a vibe. You feel what I'm saying? So every time I get around Gil, it's always love. That's why I got so much
Amen.
love for Philly, man. Like Philly just Bill Collector's my man, he represents Philly, my man OTH. Yeah, I said I work with Leak Moss. I did some work with Leak Moss. So Philly just got a certain special place in my heart like New Orleans do. You know what I mean?
Oh man, that's what's up. Shout out
Yeah.
to Gilly, man. Rest in peace, Cheese.
Rest in peace.
Long live Cheese.
Long live Cheese, man.
Straight like that, man.
Facts.
All right, man. So let's get into it. People only know the name Hollywood Pompeii. Who is he outside of the industry?
Man, I'm a father and a husband. But really, I'm the same person all around. Even when I'm home, like I'm doing this interview from home. You know what I mean? Like this is who I am. I'm Hollywood Pompeii. My son's name on his birth certificate is Amir Hollywood Pompeii. That's Prince Hollywood Pompeii. You know what I mean? Like this is who we are as a family. This is who we. You got a chance to speak with somebody on the team, one of my really good friends and business partner.
Absolutely.
Hollywood Jamie James. You know what I mean? So it's a Hollywood movement. It's not just me. It's a whole Hollywood movement. There's the CEO of the company, that's Hollywood Bags. My brother's Hollywood Worm. You feel what I'm saying? Like we got Hollywood Mayo. So it's a whole Hollywood movement. And this is who we are all the time. You know what I mean? Through and through. So who I am at home is who you see on the internet, who you see everywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's the same. It's the same person. And anybody that knows me know it's the same person all the way through. You know what I mean?
So where did your grind start? Like, what were those early days like before the titles and credits? Like, break that down a bit.
Before the titles and credits, I didn't get to finish school, so I was always like, I was in and out of trouble. You know what I mean? Doing things that I shouldn't have did, but I definitely acquired a lot of a lot of skills. You know what I mean? And a lot of relationships. And then I had gotten into some trouble one time, and I ended up having to go to the army for like 6 years. So I did 6 years in the army,
Thank you
and
for your service.
appreciate it. Yeah. So and it worked for me. I ain't gonna lie. Like I went in as infantryman because that was all that I could do at that time. So I had to get my GED through the army, and so that really extended my 6 years because I had to do a whole year just with getting my GED and the classes, all that stuff. I was in Little Rock, Arkansas for that. But after I got the discipline, I went back into the streets and started talking to old friends and this and that, and I got back into the music. I always been into the music when I was young, but I got back serious into the music because I seen a lot of my people, they were doing it. That's where they was at with it, and so I had a little situation. The situation ended up going bad, whatever the case is. But I had maintained really good relationships with all of those people. So fast forward a few years later, after I had lost my deal and everything like that,
Who was
I
your
had
first deal with?
my first deal was with Universal. Actually, my first deal was an independent deal. Shout out my man Corleone Rat Hunter. He's home right now. It was a label called a Meta Music label, right? I always gotta say this. My man Corleone was the first one to put me in position, like when it came to the whole music thing. Like I was on the verge of getting I was dealing with some stuff in the army. So even though I was in the service, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I was the best soldier. You know what I mean? Like I had things going on, life be life, and you feel what I'm saying? And I was, like I said, I could have been doing that instead. I did that. You know what I mean? So it was an alternative for a situation. So I wasn't always compliant because it wasn't a choice that I made willingly. Like I didn't want to. That wasn't the life I wanted. You know what I mean? Like my back was against the wall, and I had to make that decision. But fast forward though, uh, yeah. So he seen what I was going through. I was in the military on the verge of getting out, whatever, whatever. And I really liked music, and he heard my music. He saw what I was doing with it. He gave me my first opportunity, and that was the dude who put me on a record with Fred the Godson for the first time, put me on a record with Drag On for the first time. So when I met those dudes for the first time, it wasn't me doing behind the scenes work for them. I was actually a rapper at the time. I was in my early 20s, and the dude Corleone, he was putting up the budget for everything. He
Oh
had
man, that's what's up.
Yeah, he was an ill dude, man. He was out Reading, Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania. I'm sorry, Allentown, Pennsylvania. Later on, I had went to Reading. He was from Allentown, Pennsylvania, but he just came home from the feds. The feds had took him during that whole situation, so he had to go away. But I ain't gonna lie, because of how he turned me up, I was able to take that and go get a deal. So I went and got a deal with Universal, um, but I didn't have, good people around me at the time. He's locked up. I'm all over the place. So that deal went bad. I ended up having another deal with Sony. That deal didn't go too well either. So I said, man, maybe this music thing ain't for me. So I
So
got
what
back.
would you say was the thing that was stopping you from becoming a prominent artist on these labels? Like what was it?
Me, man. I kept getting
Break
in
it
my
down.
way.
This the
I
place
kept
to talk about it.
Nah, yeah, I kept getting in my own way. So like I was there. Like I'm around all these rappers.
All right, he might be getting a call, y'all. It be going on like that. Goes like that from time to time, you know what I mean? All right, yeah, we gotta wait for him to come back, y'all. That's how it is sometimes. You know, people be calling the phone when they see people on interviews, they doing their thing. They start getting these calls and it start getting crazy, you know what I mean? So that's how it is. Hollywood, you there? All right. We waiting on him to come back. He gonna come back. Listen, folks, we here. Take this quick break. We be right back.
Foolish made this fool. Know that.
I think they mad and I'm on them niggas know I'm the shit. I'm systematic, I'm at it, I keep that ratchet to spit. I'm putting pressure all on them, trying to advance to the chip. Get in the way of my dreams, Wody, I let off the stick. It ain't no stopping me. They hating on my moves, which mean they watching me. Trying to do just what I do, but moving sloppily. I'ma be on top and I predict it like a prophecy. I live that high life forever. They mad, I'm on and I know they hate, but
All right, we back, y'all.
I can't hear you, bro.
You can't hear me? I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
I can't hear you at all. I don't know what's going on.
sleeping in.
Can you
I
hear me
heard
now?
music.
Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me now?
I can't hear anything.
How about now? You might have to do like before. You might have to go out and come back in.
Yeah, I can hear the music.
Can you hear me now? Go out and come back in. Sorry about that, y'all. We're a little choppy today. Sorry about that. Listen, that's what happens sometimes. We do these virtual interviews and, it happens, some things we can't predict. But here he is right here. He's back. We adding him back into the fold. And there you go.
All right, we had some technical difficulties, man. My bad. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, so I forgot where we was at with them technical
So we were
difficulties.
talking about you were saying you were the reason the deals went back and what the reason was.
Yeah,
So let's get into it.
I just kept getting in my own way, man. Being in the streets, being in my head, um not doing the right thing. Honestly, just not doing the right thing, making poor choices. You think because you got a deal, you lit. You're not really knowing how it goes. You're not understanding what the difference is between this deal, that deal, where your money's going, all kinds of situations, and then next thing you know, you're in a bad situation, but you got to live up to your agreement. You know what I mean? So, um, I was fortunate enough to know some people who worked some situations out where they were able to get my contracts moved around. I lost at the end of the day because I didn't make anything, and I messed up, being on a platform. But I learned a lot from it at the same time, and I was able to double back, and I built a platform after that. And that's one thing that I did learn. I didn't want to be at the disposal or at the mercy of somebody else. Like, so I want to be able to mess up if I want to mess up and not have to get punished by someone else. Like, that's
You
not
wanted to be all on you.
right. So now I'm in a position where I built this thing to where whatever I do, I could mess up, I could win, I could do whatever. It's on me. Nobody could tell me anything. And I'm fortunate enough that in my current state of making music, because of how I built my business and how I built this Hollywood empire, I got something to lean on. You know what I mean? Whether music pops for me or not right now, it doesn't even matter because I could do everything that these rappers do plus more. And I'm just, you know what I mean? Like
And
I've
he
been
get to a bag.
right. You know what I mean? I've been studying Nip. I really been studying Nip, man. Like, and Nipsey Hussle been my biggest influence in this entire current journey that I'm on. Like, I'm really learning a lot from studying Nipsey Hussle, and that's kind of where my head has been these last couple months. Is just really understanding just that entrepreneurship that he understood, and then vertical integration, like just taking everything and being able to integrate it into your business and have a multitude of incomes, different streams of income that are all, vertically integrated with your business. So, you know what I mean? They
Yeah,
can do different things, but it's still, it still steams the main engine.
that's fire, man. You know, to have multiple lanes and different streams of income is always great. But
Right.
it's definitely great when you're doing what you love.
Right.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And like how you took a negative and turned it into a positive, that's the example that we need for a lot of these young boys out here.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
salute to you for that, man.
And another thing is like I didn't want to pick up a camera. You know what I mean? To me, that wasn't cool where I came from. That's not what what I was into. But I had to put my pride aside because I knew that was going to open doors for me. I didn't know how to really read or write or do any of these other things, and I knew I had blew an opportunity. So I knew in order to get back right and get what I want out of life, I was going to have to wear some uncomfortable hats down the line. And believe it or not, being a cameraman was an uncomfortable hat for me. I didn't want to be nobody's director. How I go from being the rapper, I got a deal, I'm the hottest in the streets, I'm really outside, I'm this, I'm that, and now I'm holding a camera and I'm doing these videos for $100. I'm doing these videos $50, $75, whatever I could get to run up a bag. You know what I mean? But I had to really put my pride and my ego aside. And people laughed, people made fun of me, people did this, people did that, but I've really touched $1 million doing all of this shit. I mean, all of this stuff, and a lot of a lot of people, they can't say the same. And I did it legit. You know what I mean? So I done did things not the right way, and I seen the benefit, and I seen the cons that come with that as well. A lot of cons that come with that, and a lot of my friends are still dealing with a lot of the punishments that come behind that stuff. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm still dealing with it because I'm still seeing a lot of my close friends that can't be close to their loved ones, their families. I'm dropping off this or picking up phones and all of that. So I came from that, and then I got it like this, and I'd rather put my pride aside and get it like this every single time than have to ever go back to that life where I got to look over my shoulder or watch if people are plotting, or I'm not knowing if I'm going to make it home and then people going to grab me and I won't see my family no more. Man,
Yeah.
I'd rather be doing $50 videos all day, $100 videos all day, and the game started to respect it, and then I got to double back through these relationships that I had, and they seeing me hustling and grinding. So I'm getting back around all these big rappers and these big labels, and they see that I'm pretty good with a camera. So now I'm doing big videos for these big artists while I'm still in the hood trapping, doing $50 videos. I'm still getting it on the block, and then I'm out, in
Getting it
Hollywood.
all around the world.
All right. However, I'm getting it however I could get it, and I didn't have no pride or ego. And then when I really touched the bag and got with my people, Jamie Bags, my brother Jeremy, my wife, we put this real brick and mortar business together, and we recruited some people and we built the foundation. Now I could get back into the music comfortably and really enjoy myself and have fun with it.
Hey man, I want to say that's dope. Um, I understand that sentiment of wanting to get out the streets and find a way where
Yeah.
you ain't got to go back to them. Because
Yeah.
that's kind of like what it was for me.
Right.
When I moved down here, I still had the mentality like, yo, I want to get back to the streets.
Right.
And then this radio thing came on me, and I was like, yo, I don't know. I might get laughed at. People might not be feeling me. I'm an artist for real. And people like, no, you got the voice. You know how to talk. You don't mind being in front of the camera. Just do it. I did it, and it works. You know what I'm saying? So when we find a way, and I'm still finding my way because I'm still fairly new in this media thing.
Right.
But, when we trying to find a way that works for us, we got to persevere and push through it all, no matter what the situation is, because you never know what the outcome is going to be. You just got to let God lead you to what's going to be for you and what he has for you. So I appreciate you sharing that, man.
No, for sure. But I feel like like you said, the young boys needed to hear that. Like there's so many different ways. You just gotta be willing to put your pride aside, but you could really get to a bag and then do what you want, not have to do what you can. Like you could really do what you want if you just work hard and put your pride aside. You don't gotta be a nerd. You don't gotta be all in school. I'm not even advocating for all of that. That wasn't for me. But hard work, dedication, and willing to put the pride aside, no, you got to do that. If you're not going to do school and you're not going to be all A+ and B+ in the books, and you're not going to be geeked out like that, then you really got to be willing to work hard and put your pride aside to get that bag so you can do what you want to do. You know what I mean? And that's just what it boils down to.
So when did you realize you weren't just a creative, you were a connector? Break that down.
When I started getting money off of relationships, when I seen that I could monetize pretty much anything, including relationships, and just absolutely nothing. Like I was monetizing everything, things that people were like, "There's no way you're gonna sell that." I was like, "Yeah, I'm selling it," You know what I mean? Like we were throwing parties. Me and my man were throwing parties. That's how me and Gil really connected. We used to have these parties out in Reading, Pennsylvania, and they used to be like, man, you gotta you could get him out of there. You can take him out of there real quick. They used to tell us, yo, you gotta pay a really lit DJ to get these parties lit, whatever, whatever. I'm like, man, I'm not paying no DJ. They gonna have to somebody gonna pay me. Like, what you mean? They gonna pay you? Like, bro, I'm about to have Casanova, Gilly, Jim Jones, Fred the Godson, and nah, and some lit DJ gonna want to put their face on the flyer, and they gonna want to get hype and this and that, and they need that more than I need a DJ. You know what I mean? Because I truly believe that I could have just put my iPhone on and played some music, and we'd have been all right. I might have been wrong, but that's what I believed, right? And that's how
Yeah.
So I'm like, nah. Anybody want to DJ that night? They got to give me $700 to DJ. I need $700 to DJ. They
Mm.
looking, they looking at me like, man, I got $700 to DJ for somebody they paid me so they could DJ that night.
Mm.
Because I know the value of the opportunity of that night. So I'm not saying that I'm out here just slinging anything on anybody, but no, I know value. And I know that to certain people, certain things are worth more than it is to others. You know what I mean? So I just go look for the person that sees the value in what it is that I got and what I'm selling or what I'm presenting, and I get the most that I can out that situation. You know what I
Oh
mean?
man, that's fire. That's
Yeah.
definitely fire because seeing value for some, they just look at it like I see value, I see dollar signs, but you was kind of like you seen the dollar signs too, but you was looking beyond that
Right.
without even knowing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it basically gave you a whole business mantra to go by and abide by to start you off.
Absolutely.
How long did you
Absolutely.
do that?
I'm still doing it. You know what I mean? Like I'm still doing it. You know what I mean? Like there's people that see value in certain situations and certain things that I got going on, and I teach my team that. Like I teach them how to leverage situations and how to look. Like I seen some commercial where they said not a commercial, something on like Instagram or something, a meme where it was like water in a dollar store is $1, and then water in the gym is like $3.
Order, yeah,
Yeah,
$3. And
right.
on
And
the
then
plane it's like $6.
right,
Yeah,
and at home is free.
right.
At work is free. So and nobody is mad because when you gonna pay if you need the water. You know what I mean? So I just look for the people that are willing to pay. I look for the people that are flying. You know what I mean? Like six, you willing to spend $6 on some water? You value water. I'm not
Everything
looking
on that airplane high.
right.
For those that
And
never been on a plane, just to let y'all know, everything on the plane is high. Even
right,
a bear, you want a bear, that's high.
it is. But the convenience of being able to have that while you in the air.
Yeah.
And people don't think about that. Like you in the air, you are in the air. It's not like you could go to the store and go get like,
Sipping on a
buddy,
Pepsi
listen,
in the on the plane.
yeah, you in the air. You not
Yeah.
going to the store. You not going to 7-Eleven to go buy a soda. You in the air. Like, so you gonna pay $4 or $5. You are in the air.
Yeah.
That soda is worth something. Wow.
Yeah.
And then
$13 for a sandwich.
come on, man. If you're on imagine being on a 13-hour flight, though.
Right. You're
Man,
gonna need a couple sandwiches.
that $13 sandwich is gonna be everything. You're gonna be like, man, thank God it's not $100. You're gonna be so grateful for the fact that it's only $13.
Yeah. That's a fact, man. That's
So
definitely a fact. So who gave you your first real opportunity and how did that moment change your mindset?
I mean, it depends opportunity, it depends on what, because like I there's some OGs that I could say they taught me how to make some money. They gave me my first opportunity. And then there's some people in the music industry, you know what I mean? Like my man Corleone, he gave me my first legitimate record deal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, but it was an
Yeah.
independent deal. my first major deal was over at Universal. The first person to really look out for me in the music industry, like on some friendship stuff, and just show me the ropes and show me how to rap hustle for real was Fred. You know what I mean? So Fred helped me put it
So how did
together.
that relationship? How did you meet him? Let's break that down.
So the very first time I met Fred, my man Corleone was doing a song with Fred. We never met in person. We just spoke on the phone. We were working. So my man Corleone, it was me, Corleone, Dragon, my son the General, Petey Crack. It was all of us, and we were getting on this record, right? The record was being produced by Red McFly of the Coke Boys. That's French Montana's producer. So he was producing the record at the time, and I was the one that was responsible for getting in communication with Fred. So that was my job because I was from New York, and my brother had a line on Fred at the time because my brother was working on something with Fred, my little brother. So he put that whole situation together. We ended up doing the song, but as soon as we got all the verses recorded, the feds came, grabbed my man Corleone. We never got to put the record out. It was a fire record. We never got to put the record out. So yeah, so that's how I met Fred in the beginning. And then fast forward a little bit time later, my little brother ended up doing some more work with Fred. They started shooting some music videos and stuff.
Yeah.
So I got behind that situation. I was managing a videographer. I wasn't a videographer at the time. Like I said, I sold everything, man. So I knew somebody who knew how to shoot videos, and I sold his services all over the country. And so when my brother was doing the record with Fred, I had that dude go shoot the video for free. And I used to make that dude shoot mad free videos for all my celebrity friends so that way I could bring up his value, and then I could charge people, you know, based on the fact that he shot for this person and shot for that person. And then I was just connecting all the dots and stuff. So me and Fred meet up for the video shoot. And he's like, man, you the one that did the record with back in the... I was like, yeah, you know, we just never got to get to it because the Fed situation and everything. So I start rapping with him about everything that I do, you know what I mean, what I got going on with, you know, I was hustling shows at the time, doing little shows out in Reading, Pennsylvania, out in New York, out Philly. So he's like, man, yeah, you know, I'm down to do the shows, you know what I mean, let's put it together. So I put it together, you know what I mean, as soon as I put it together, I gave him a call. I was like, yo, look, what can we do, woo, woo. He was like, yo, look, just be respectful, you know what I mean, like, make sure I get a good number. I'm not going to, like, block you with a number. Just go out there, see what they biting for, see what they hitting for, and I'm going to work with them, you know what I mean, and make sure that you get something off the situation as well. Next thing you know, I'm selling his features, I'm selling, you know, shows, this, that. So me and him got real tight because I'm bringing the bag, you feel what I'm saying? Like, and at the same time, he's putting me in position. He's connecting me with all kinds of people. He plugged me in with Smitty. Shout out Smitty, NYC. Smitty run New York. That's my man, Smitty. But yeah, Fred plugged me in with so many good people, man. And I started getting recognized off his platform. He used to post me a lot, everything. So people start hitting me up. I start moving around. I get a good reputation off of working with Fred. And then right after that, I get to working with Gil. You know, and I connect Gil, Fred, that whole situation, all of that. Bill Collector, you know what I mean? I connected the dots in that whole situation with Bill Collector, Gilly, Fred, all of that, connected those dots. So I just kept connecting as many little dots as I could. And then them dots led to Casanova. I connected the dots with Cass, you know what I mean? Through that.
So you put some of them battles together too?
I ain't put no battles together for Bill, but what I did before Bill got all those big battles, everybody was seeing Bill Collector on stage with the Casanovas, with the Gillies, with the Fred the Godson. So I put him in all the right rooms, got the blogs talking about him again. He's getting booked for shows. He's doing the rap stuff now. We shooting all his videos. We just putting him back in the limelight. So much so that he got that battle with Hitman. So then we pull up, you know what I mean? We was involved in that whole situation. If you go watch the battle with Hitman Holla, I'm standing right next to Bill Collector. I'm front and center the whole battle.
Okay.
Like I'm right there. Like, You know what I mean? So like Hitman right there, like right there in front of me. You know what I mean? So and shout out D Chambers, my man D Chambers from Coney Island. He was there. He was in the building too. You know what I mean? So
That's what's up, man. So
yeah.
you really is the connect. Like you know how to make it happen. You
Nah, for
know,
real.
from the sidelines and being in there in the moment, you
Right.
make it happen.
I'm making it happen. Yeah, we going with the moves every single time. Every single
That's
time.
what's up. So being called the Connect by Fred the Godson, what did that mean to you emotionally, not just professionally?
Now it was a lot because it's acknowledgement from a legend. You know what I mean? Not everybody gets those stamps, and I come from the culture. I come from the cloth. I know who Fred really is to the culture.
Yeah, he was one of those ones, man.
Right. So
my favorite joint, my favorite joint is the joint that he did to the whole Best of Both Worlds beat.
Yeah,
man, he tore that up, man.
Fred was the truth. So to be able to get acknowledged by somebody who, you know, you looked at, because I love hip hop first, before music, before everything. I just love hip hop as a culture, and Fred is an icon to hip hop. You know what I mean? Fred is like he's iconic. He's legendary. He's one of them ones. Like he's gonna be spoken about forever. You know what I mean? Forever when it comes to hip hop. So for somebody like that to acknowledge me at a time where I'm really not even feeling myself. I know how to hustle, but that don't mean I'm feeling myself. I just know I know how to get some money. You know what I mean?
Right.
But for somebody to stamp it and be like, nah, bro, you really that. Like, don't underplay it. You know how to get to some bread, but you really putting some things together. And that just really, it took me to a whole nother level. You know what I mean? Whether he meant it or not, I'm sure he did. It lit something in me to really make me, you know, believe it in myself, because I seen that somebody else believed it in me. You know what I mean? So now I wanna feel it for myself now.
Yeah.
And I went and he made me chase that. You know what I mean? He really made me chase
That's real, man. So did you always know you make it in the industry?
Yeah, I did, for real.
That's confidence for real.
I always knew since I was little. I didn't know if it was always something, but I knew I was gonna be. And I'm not done. Like I'm not where I saw myself as that, you know, 12-year-old little boy. Like I'm not where, but I'm headed there, and I know I'm on that path for real.
Yeah, that's dope. Yo, man, I want to ask you about this one specifically. I'm not even looking at my questionnaire for this one.
Yeah.
How did the relationship with Kid happen in this record that y'all got with the video? You put the video on Instagram. That's how I seen it.
Yeah.
But how did the relationship happen? You know, this is Mr. Mrs. Officer.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how did that happen? And tell us a bit about the record that y'all did. I know y'all got more than one record, but tell us about them joints and what's to come as well.
It's so crazy you mentioned that, because, you know, Kid is a really good dude, man, and Kid is a good friend of mine right now too. And we built that organic relationship. And I was just having this conversation with Kid the other day, man. I said, yo, bro, you remind me of Fred so much, bro. Like, just like the vibe, like how cool of a dude he is, how much he really loves the culture, how much he's willing to, you know, put on his back for his community and be there for his people. You know, Fred was that up north, and I come down south, and I guess likeness attracts likeness, or you know what I mean, whatever it is. You know, you just attract those kind of people, I guess. But I get around Kid, and he's the same kind of dude, man. And again, it happens the same way it happened for me before. Like, you know, Kid is legendary. He's iconic. He's one of the biggest names in hip hop. He has, if not arguably, one of the most notable verses in pop hip hop music. You know what I mean? From Miss Officer, right? So we working with Kid. Kid came to the studio. He gets production done at the studio. We shoot videos for Kid. He records at our studio. And one day, Kid comes by the studio a little early, and I'm playing some music, and it's my music that's playing, and he's bopping to it, and I'm rapping along, and then I look at him, I'm like, yo, that's me. He's like, nah, man, that's you. I was like, yeah, bro, that's me. He was like, man, let me hear something else, man. So I start playing a couple joints for him, and he's like, yo, that shit is hard. Like, I mean, that stuff is hard. It's hard.
Yeah.
So I'm like, man, thank you. You know what I mean? So I'm at the time I was going through. He had walked in on me and my friend going through my catalog. So my boy had just started a record label. My best friend, my business partner, he's the CEO of the company, Hollywood Pompeii Studios. He was going through my catalog because we had just obtained my catalog from all the labels. My catalog was all scattered. So he got my catalog back. He had just got a deal with Vidya. He had struck the same kind of deal that Rock Nation got with Vidya. My man ended up getting that same kind of deal. So he got our studio this major distribution deal. And at the time, we ain't have no artists, but my catalog is like over 100 songs. And we're not doing nothing with them at the time because I'm not a rapper. I got this business. I'm running a business. So we just start putting the songs out just to get the machine greased up while we start looking for artists and start creating distribution situations. So Kid walked in on that. He walked in on just us listening to some old music, but it inspired something at the moment. So I tell Jamie, I'm like, yo, let's shoot a couple videos to some of these old songs, man. Kid liked them. Like, Kid thought the music was dope, and he ain't seem like he heard anything old. Like, ain't nobody could really tell these songs are like 10 years old, 12 years old. You know what I mean? Like they still sound like good songs from what I'm hearing at least. So I'm telling Jamie, I'm like, yo, let's shoot a couple videos to it. The music is already done. We gonna put it out regardless. Let's just shoot some videos, play with it, and you could get some, you know, some creative time in and do whatever you want. You have full creative control, whatever vision you want to bring to life. So we shoot a couple videos. The videos end up getting really, really good feedback. So the feedback end up being so well that I tell Bags, I'm like, man, I wanna do an album, bro. I wanna get one more album in. Like, just one more off my chest. I got something on my chest. I just want to get one more in. I don't want to be a rapper now and then. I just want to, let me just get one more album out real quick. Just get it off my chest. And we put it on your label. He's like, all right, bet, let's put it together. So he starts getting the beats for me. He starts A&R in the situation. So now I'm in the studio recording this Chongo joint. And I'm going ham. Like, I'm going nuts in the studio. And Kid just comes in. I never forget. He busts open the door. He come in. And when he came in, the hook is playing. So he's listening to the hook. And then the second verse, I was getting ready to go back in and do the second verse. I didn't even really intend to have anybody on it. Kid was just coming for his session, but he came a little early because we were recording his project. So now he's hearing the music and he just starts rapping. I'm like, so I look at him, I'm like, man, it's open, you know what I mean? He's like, man, you ain't gotta say nothing. He just opened the booth, go in there, he lay it down, big gold chains, call me Mr. T, half a man in my back, that's my mini, and he started going nuts. And then me and everybody looked in the studio, like, yo, we got one. We think we got the single to the album, like, and it just happened naturally, like. So then he's listening to that one, we knock it out right then and there. And now we pull up the next beat because his session ain't till later. He's just sitting in on my session now. I pull up the next beat, and he, as soon as he hears, I spit one line. I was getting ready to do the whole hook. That's the one that you talking about. So I come from where they never make it back from. Little Sammy doing well, they gonna try and jack son. You got a little bread, Wine's trying to pack something. Then I was supposed to say something after that, but Kid came in the booth and he took it, you know what I mean? And then he ran his verse. So we chopped up his part of the hook and my part of the hook. That's how we came up with the hook. And it went natural, you know what I mean? So I came back in right behind him, did that. And I got 2 Kid features on my album naturally. Like, it just happened. And then he kind of co-signed the situation right there. He was like, man, don't stop doing music because you think you old or because of this or because of that. He said, look around you, bro. Like, You got all the hottest rappers coming to your studio. Like I record here. BG come shoot videos here. Boosie come through here. You don't work with Lil Baby, this one, that one. Like, boy, you better act like you him. You know what I mean? And you know how to rap. Yeah, you need to do that.
That's
So,
right.
and
You
he
know,
inspired me a lot, man. I owe it to Kid. He gave me my second win. I ain't gonna lie.
that's fine. You know, my homie Bama 100 kind of had a similar story about Kid Kid. He was the last person on the show before you.
Oh,
And he said the same thing.
yeah.
He was in the studio. He was in the studio in North Carolina.
Okay.
Kid popped out. He heard him. And he was like, yo, that's you? He like, yeah, that's me. Wow, what you want to get on it? He said he went in, laid the verse, and then left right back out. Dapped everybody up and then dipped. And I was like, so
Yeah.
that's love for real, you know, and to have a genuine person like that, you know, is definitely dope because he ain't no signed artist. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely love. And
what a lot of people don't know though is like Kid got a real major indie situation, and I didn't realize that until I got closer with him. Like, man, Kid, Kid got a situation. I'm just gonna put it
that's
like
what's
that.
up, man.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
He
You
got a
know,
good
he was
situation right now.
he was the hot new blood in G Unit when he came over there and was scorching everything that he was on. Like, I thought that was gonna be a crazy thing. It was a crazy situation when it started, but
Yeah.
you know, I understand it. He wanted to go independent.
Life be life, and things be happening. You know what I mean? So, but
Yeah.
he got a lot of big things in the works. He's getting ready to go on tour right now. Kid is actually signing an artist. We going on tour with him. We're gonna help him on this search. He's signing an artist to his label. He got a major indie label. This is what I'm saying. Like, and his major indie label is a global commodity. Like, it's not just based here. I'm not going to speak too much on it, but
That's his situation, right? I get it.
Yeah, his situation is any artist that signed with Kid. I'm just gonna put it like this: any artist that signed with Kid, they're gonna be in a really good situation. So he's putting up a $250,000 production behind new talent, and he's gonna co-sign, take him on the road, this, that. So yeah, so we getting ready to go on tour to find an artist for him.
Oh man, that's fire.
Yeah,
that's definitely fire. Hey man, you definitely be shaking and moving out here, and to deal with some great artists is always good, man. Finding top talent is hard.
Right.
For those that don't know, I'll be trying A&R little situations too with this DDS thing I'm doing, but finding talent is hard because you gotta look for something that don't sound like somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the real key right now. And this time with what's going on, you want somebody that don't sound like everybody else.
Right.
All right, so here's my next question. What inspired you to open up Hollywood Pompeii Studios?
Man,
let's go deeper into it. You gave me the soft run, but let's go deeper into it. Like, what was really happening in your mind that you literally was like, yo, I want to just open up my own studio for the folks?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, I'm really crazy, right? So that's really what it is. At the time when I had made the decision to do it, I was looking in my bank account. This is a true story. I'm looking in my bank account. I was literally down to maybe my last like 5-6 bands in my bank account. And so I'm down to like my last 5-6 bands, and nobody knew what I had and what I had going on. Give me 1 second. Can you put him in the camera? Can you put him in there? My bad, my dog all over the place. Yeah. So so I was down to like my last 5-6 bands, and I'm looking around, and I'm getting ready to have a newborn at the time too. So my son getting ready to be born on the 11th, and I'm looking at the bank account, and I'm like, man, I only got 6 bands. Like, this ain't enough to take care of no baby.
Right.
Like, but it ain't really much to do anything with either. You know what I mean? So what I ended up doing is I was looking for a space. I'm like, man, I need to find a storefront. I need to find something where I could flip this space. I could do something with this bread. So I didn't know exactly what I was gonna do. I just knew I had this money and I had to do something with it. So I ended up stumbling across this storefront. I went to go. Give me one. Can you tell them to make something? People, you know, my own family, bro. They, I mean. So yeah, my bad about that.
You good, brother?
Yeah. So I'm over here trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm like, man, I only got this last 5-6 bands, and I'm about to have this baby. I really don't know what to do. I go looking for a storefront. I'm not even knowing what I'm gonna do. I'm just like, man, I just need a storefront. And I stumble across this warehouse by accident trying to go find this storefront. Because really what I was going to do was open up like a little clothing store, sell a little hip-hop gear in there, get some rappers that I know to come shop in there and all of that stuff. And I took a wrong turn and I ended up in front of this warehouse and it said for rent. So I'm like, man, all right. And at the time, I had just met Jamie, and she was helping me out with a couple things that I was working on, and she did a lot of work for celebrity boxing and a lot of big people, like digital work. Her digital game is crazy. So I'm building this company, and I'm like, well, I'm building this brand. Really, it wasn't even a company at the time. I'm like, I was just building a Hollywood Pompeii brand, and I'm like, I need something. And like I said, I was studying knit. So I'm like, I just knew I needed a storefront. I don't know why I needed it. I just saw, I'm going to be completely honest. This might sound ignorant, but, you know, success leaves clues, and I just pay attention. I saw Nip had a storefront. I said, man, I need a storefront. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I just need a storefront. I need to sell clothes. I need to do something. Nipsey had a storefront. I need to get a storefront. That's all I just kept telling myself. Like, man, I need to get a storefront. Nip had a storefront. It's going to be all right, Hollywood. Just get a storefront. You're going to figure things out. I end up not getting a storefront. And I ended up stumbling upon this warehouse, and I had a camera at the time, 1 camera and 2 lights. And I go look at the warehouse, and it's this big space, and I ain't got all I got is the money to move into the space. So now I spend all my money. I asked Jamie one day, I'm like, yo, I should get a warehouse. She don't know that I'm about to use all my money and that I'm broke. She think that everybody at the time thought I was rich and lit because I'll be with celebrities, and you know what I mean? I just move a certain way. So people, you know, they think I'm rich. And so I'm like, you think I should get this warehouse? She like, yeah, go ahead. I'll help you with it. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I kid you not, I went and got this warehouse 11 days before my son was born. My son was born on December 11th. I went and got the keys to the warehouse on December 1st. I spent all my money, everything, diaper money. Listen, they not hearing me. I spent diaper money. I spent rent money. I spent every last dollar I had on this building. I looked at my people. I said, bro, it's either this or I'm going to die. Like, this is it. It's this or death. Like, not I'm going to go do something crazy. I'm just saying, like, this got to work. If not, I don't know no other option.
Yeah, I get it, man. It's now or never.
And
now or never.
I had to do it that way because I know I'm not going to let my baby down. I'm not going to let my wife down. I know if I took everything that they were relying on to live, to do something with, well, I better come back with something that don't come back at all. So,
hey, man, that's real though. You know what I'm saying?
By the time
that's
he was
as real
born,
as it get.
No, look, by the time he was born though, kid you not, Jamie as my witness, the first month in, by the time he was born, we was already up on the rent like 3 months. Like in the first 10 days before my son came to the hospital, we had already made like, I want to say close to $10,000. Like we was hustling as soon as we got in there. Pop, pop, pop. $50 videos, they never seen it. $100 music videos, drop mics, $50. Come get this, come get photo shoot, $50. They never seen nothing like that. And then you doing it in a warehouse. They never seen nothing like that. Man, we ran up a bag. We made some bread. And then we just kept doing that. And then, you know, one thing led to another. We built that thing.
And it just been continuous ever since.
Absolutely.
Hey man, Jamie gave me a dope tour through the studio.
Yeah.
And you got a hand, brother. Yeah, let's talk about it. We're going to talk about it real quick because she broke it down a bit, but I want to hear it from you. You know what I'm saying? Hearing it from you is nothing like hearing it from the horse's mouth, first of all, but you have a thing for graffiti in the first place, right?
Yeah, I love graffiti. Graffiti is my passion.
We was talking about this off air, but let's talk about it again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tell me about your love and passion for graffiti and how did you get started into that?
How did I get started in graffiti, man? Just being in Brooklyn, seeing it all over the place. Like you start doodling in books and stuff like that. And you know, I come from that era where it was like the back end of the train era and all of that. So it was still kind of explosive. There's people who get into it now, and I ask that question. I'd be like, man, what make you get into it now in 2026 or 2020? You getting into graffiti now? Like, I really came up around it in the 90s, and so I was there for all of it. You know what I mean? So that's how I got into it. Like, my mom used to doodle on things and write on things. I'm from Coney Island, so you see the trains with graffiti on it. So it was just a part of my community. So that's how I got into that. And I understood graffiti more than I understood music at the time, more than I understood anything. I understood that. It just made sense to me more than anything. So that's how I got into that. And it always stuck with me. I got into that maybe when I was like 9, 10, and now I'm
that's a great age, especially with your hand.
Yeah, I was like about 9, 10 years old, and we did it all. We hit the yards, we did everything. Like we did it all. We did it all.
Oh man, that's fire.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: you help launch careers, right?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel pressure knowing someone's dream might depend on your call?
I used to, but not anymore.
So what's the difference between then and now?
Then I didn't understand really how life works, I guess. So I felt like it was a lot of pressure on me to make things happen, but you know, life be life, and one person's perspective is not another person's truth. And when you start to really understand things a little bit more on a philosophical level and on a metaphysical level and just the quantum mechanics of certain things, you just begin to let go of a lot of things, you know what I mean? And it is what it is. It's going to play out how it's supposed to play out, not how you want it to play out. You know
that's cool. That's cool because confidence is definitely key when you're doing business anyway.
Right, absolutely.
So that's definitely fire. Let me ask you this from the artist side.
Right.
Who's your top 5 MCs?
Top 5 MCs.
Solo Dolo Cam for this one.
Man, you know, it be changing up all the time. I swear, because I be in phases sometimes. So, it depends. Are we talking gangster MCs? Are we talking lyrical MCs? Are we just talking
whatever way you want to categorize?
So right now I'm gonna say top 5 for me. Definitely, and not in this particular order, but this is my top 5 for sure. It's gonna be Nip. It's gonna be Wayne. It's gonna be Mace. Yeah, Mace is in there.
Mace is that dude. You know what? A lot of people act like let me get in on this with you real quick. A lot of people act like just because Mace decided to be a pastor, the bars wasn't heavy. And still the bars was heavy.
Yeah, they need to chill. They definitely
they gotta fall back, man.
Mm-hmm.
Mace is that bull. Legendary.
Yeah, for sure legendary. And Fred and Kid for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Fred and Kid for sure.
What's the dream collab?
Dream collab, ooh, it won't happen, but it would have been Nip for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nip for sure.
That's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask you this. What's the hardest part about being the person everybody needs something from?
Not having a me. That's the
Explain.
hardest part.
Break that down.
Like, whatever I commit to, that's it. Like, I there's no lifeline for me. You know what I mean? Well, there is. I'm not gonna lie. I get support in other ways, so I can't sit here and act like I don't have support. Because, like I said, my wife supports me. Jamie supported me with the business. But as far as like the kind of support that I bring to the table, I clearly understand the question. You know, heavy as the head really is what it all breaks down to, and it's the kind of responsibility that comes with my title that puts me in a position to be that kind of support for people. And that support is not just financial. It could be, you know, I have to make certain relationships work. I have to connect the dots with certain people. I have to just be on top of this, that, whatever the case is, because people's livelihoods rely on it. Like there's a whole village that relies on that. So, but like I said, I've been learning to let go too. So, you know, my brother one day I'm on the phone with my brother, and my brother he just took a trip to Turkey.
That's heavy.
Yeah, he's a spiritual dude. So you know, so my brother just took a trip to Turkey. But I was going through some stuff one day, and my brother said, "Yo, just let it burn, bro. Sometimes you just gotta let it burn." And I said, "Man, what you mean?" He said, "The village, the building, whatever, bro. Sometimes you just gotta let it burn, because you're gonna lose yourself in the fire. But you could rebuild after it burns. So sometimes you just gotta let it burn." So I believe in building things very strong and building and doing what it do. But if something catch fire, to the best of my ability, I will attempt to put it out. But once it's an uncontrollable fire, you just got to learn to walk away and let it burn. You know what I mean? And I'm learning that now. So even though, the village relies on me, I would hope that they would do their due diligence to not put it all on me, because that's a lot to put on one person.
Yeah, you know, us as men, we already got a lot on our shoulders. We got to take care of the family, pay all the bills.
Right.
You know, and with that is the biggest responsibility when it comes to your family. But when it comes to business, that's the point of running the business, to have other people do other things so you don't have to be the one running point all the time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I respect your answer, man. I agree with you there. You know, sometimes you gotta just let it burn.
Yeah.
You know, so that's dope. Hey, man, we're going to take a break real quick, just in case you gotta go to the bathroom or anything like that. You need a sip of water. And I'm going to play one of my tracks.
All right.
So, folks, sit back, relax. Tigmatic, that frauding. People is feeling this record. If you're listening, bro, I hope you enjoy the record too. But we here. Let's get it. 105.7 The Phase, Hollywood TV, Hollywood Radio, Dollar Radio, Going In Radio. We moving and booming. And we'll be back, folks.
Y'all niggas ain't moving that word. Y'all niggas be moving that dirt. Y'all niggas ain't blowing that
kush. Y'all niggas ain't sipping that perk. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. These niggas ain't pumping no packs. These niggas ain't toting no straps. These niggas ain't out here hustling. These niggas ain't stuck in that trap. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Call me OG from SP. TIG, METIC. I do this and I get guap. Go hard so easily and y'all niggas ain't who you claim to be, cause y'all fraudin'. Y'all lying. We put niggas out this game and y'all all be retiring. I'm a hitman for hire. Smoke a lot, I get higher. King of kings, I run this game, y'all should all call me sire. I'm a real nigga, no writer. It's off the top and I'm getting guap. And I do this cause I'm tighter with the trap boy and I get a lot. Chop it, bag it, dish it off. Every day we going hard. Niggas in the game, we stunting. Every day we showing off. Your chick talk my dick good, she get a Cartier. She bought 2 of her friends, now it's a party here. Y'all niggas ain't moving that word. Y'all niggas be moving that dirt. Y'all niggas ain't blowing that kush. Y'all niggas ain't sipping that perk. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. These niggas ain't pumping no packs. These niggas ain't toting no straps. These niggas ain't out here hustling. These niggas ain't stuck in that trap. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Yeah, we right on 41. Niggas better not play no games. Hit a nigga all with a shot, he gotta spit like a chopper. Hot shots take off legs. Real G's play by the code of the streets. If it's about that money, I'ma make that play. Even on the legal side, I divide and just conquer. I'm on my way. Double cross me, that in your supply. I don't really think you can take that pain. Bullet to the brain, I done did that before. Can't tell me shit about loss of game. For me, it's all about family now. Why you niggas try to run the ring, but never learn how to play a role? I know you niggas won't earn a thing. You use your pawns and they all gone. Your nice life ain't gotta fight. Took your bishop and your rope fool and the beat king to mean sacrifice. Lost your queen and that's a check, nigga. But no step is a step with you. They catch you slipping and they hit you with the smith and then them niggas gon' check niggas. Y'all niggas ain't moving that word. Y'all niggas be moving that dirt. Y'all niggas ain't blowing that kush. Y'all niggas ain't sipping that perk. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. These niggas ain't pumping no packs. These niggas ain't toting no straps. These niggas ain't out here hustling. These niggas ain't stuck in that trap. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'. Y'all niggas be frontin'.
All right, y'all, we back.
Chop it, bag it, dish it off. Every day we going hard. Niggas.
We back. That was Fraudin' by yours truly. Produced by Foolish Sounds 41. He make records for Boosie and a couple other people.
Dope.
Yeah, man. So as you see, I'm a man of many talents as well. You know what I mean?
Keep doing it, man. Now's our time, man. You gotta keep pushing with the music, especially if that's what you love doing. Just gotta keep pushing.
You know, it's for sport for me for the most part. But I ain't gonna stop making it. You know what I mean? I'm up there now, so like you said, I'm gonna keep doing it. You know what I mean?
Got to.
Yeah. You know, that's the Tigmatic side that people hear musically.
Right.
But Tigmatic, the podcast ball is different. All right, man. So let me ask you this. Have you ever had to say no to someone you believed in but couldn't help at the time? And if so, how did that affect you?
Yeah, I've been making no regular part of my vocabulary recently. Just you know, I don't let it affect me. It that's one thing I never did was let that affect me. Like, not, you know what I mean? It might affect you. It's not gonna affect me. I'm not gonna lose no sleep over a no. I done been told so many no's in my life. I don't feel bad hearing people dealing with no's. I don't feel bad giving people a no. I feel like I'm helping you get closer to your next yes.
Hey, that's real, man. That's real.
Yeah,
Same here. I
you
done
just
had
got
to
this
tell people no.
You just got this no out
I
the
just
way.
told somebody no recently.
Right. That's a blessing because now they closer to the next yes. They got that no out the way.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. It don't get no realer than how you just responded with that one. Like real rap, you know. And
I'm not, you know what it is, man. I'm not playing with them anymore, and like I really think that's what my time in this music is now. It's like we unveiling a lot of things. Like I'm not here to expose anybody. I'm not here to expose this and expose that. But what we not going to do is we not going to subscribe to what's been going on, and we not playing no more with nothing, with none of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up. So let's talk about obstacles. What were some obstacles you faced as an artist and as a videographer, and how you had to overcome those obstacles? Now, if you want to go from the artist side, you can do all three: personal, artist, and videographer. You know, because then that brings it around full circle anyway. So if you had something to tell,
it's the same
what would it be?
the same obstacle for all three of them. The biggest obstacle I had to deal with is people. People are the biggest obstacle. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to deal with people no matter what you decide to do. You're going to deal with people, and people are different. Everybody's different, so you don't got the formula on people. And that becomes the biggest obstacle. And the biggest challenge in that obstacle is getting to understand yourself. But once you develop real knowledge of self, it don't matter what kind of a person you deal with, because you know yourself, so you know how to deal with that person now. And I think that's been one of my biggest life lessons, and something that I'm still, learning, and that I'm still a student of. So
Yeah, that's dope. That's definitely dope.
yeah.
All right. What separates artists who made it from those who don't, mentally, not just talent-wise?
Artists who make it from artists who don't?
Yeah. What separates them mentally?
Just believing in yourself. You got to be crazy enough to think that when everybody don't believe in you, and when sometimes you don't believe in yourself, it got to be real delusion. Like, you got to be maniacal, and like you got to be crazy. Like, you got to I think that sense of belief is what's going to break you as an artist. It ain't going to be the money. It ain't going to be you're going to attract the right things by having this crazy belief that you can make it in this world where the odds are, built against you.
Against you.
Yeah, everything is stacked against you, but you still think that you're special enough to make it. And I think if you crazy enough to really believe that, then the universe is going to reward you with that. You just got to genuinely believe it. And you could call it narcissism, call it whatever you want, but I believe that I deserve all the finer things in life. I am entitled. I am deserving. It's mine. I claim it. I want it, and so I'm gonna get it. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is for me.
You ever feel responsible for the careers of artists you connect?
Responsible in a sense of all I feel responsible
for the outcomes. I mean,
nah, because everybody's adults. If I'm doing something with good intention, like my intention is to connect artists, because that's what I do. Your intention should be to connect as artists. If you do anything outside of that, that's on you. And if anything outside of that happens, that's on you, because my intention was just to connect you as an artist. So anything else happens outside of that, that's on you. That's what you wanted to do, and I don't feel no responsibility. It's a shame if something negative comes out the situation, but I don't have any ill feeling on me about it. No, I could sleep at night for sure.
That's real, man. You did your part. So whatever happens is whatever happens.
Right.
You did your part.
Yeah, my intention was good, and and if I make the introduction like, yo, this is an ill artist and this is an ill artist, y'all should work together. And I ain't say, yo, you should go do this with this person's old lady, or you should go try to plot on this person, you should do this, or you go get him. Man, I ain't say none of that. I said, yo, you're talented and you're talented. Y'all should work together. Anything outside that, if I didn't say it, I ain't gonna feel bad for it. No. Now, I know better as well. I'm not gonna bring certain people around certain people if I know that there's definitely static there. You know what I mean? Because I'm asking for it at that point. You know what I mean? I'm looking for a problem. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't do that either.
Yeah, I feel you. Hey man, let me ask you this. Being a plug for so many people, does it ever get overwhelming mentally?
Yeah, for sure.
How do you handle that? What do you do to de-stress?
Man, I just come up with other business ideas. I really, I be, you know how I got so many lit businesses? I be wanting to get away from the ones that annoy me. So I'm like, man, I gotta start another business because this business over here, I can't take. But I'm not gonna abandon ship. So I'm gonna get it lit and I'm gonna get somebody to run it because I can't do it anymore. And boom, I'm on to the next one. So I've developed a healthy habit of when I get too overwhelmed, just focus on another constructive project, something that is worth putting my time into, a healthy distraction. That's not going to deter me, but it's still in alignment with what it is that I'm doing. And I learned that from Nip. That's vertical integration. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Just working on something that could still build or benefit off of what it is that I'm already doing, and that works in conjunction what it is that I'm already doing. So.
Oh man, that's what's up. Starting another business. Y'all heard him. Hollywood say, look, the way I de-stress is, look, I'm tired of this one. I'm about to start another one. And now that's going to generate more revenue.
Yeah, we just started like 2 weeks ago. We just finalized all the paperwork for a travel business. My wife went and got her travel agency license. We did all the courses. She got a partnership with Disney right now and got a partnership with another big company. I forget the name of it. But we just launched the Hollywood travel agency, and we doing Hollywood travel signatures. They gonna kill me. I don't know the name, but yeah, we in that now. And, me and my brother, we launched about 2 months ago. We launched the construction business. You know what I mean? Like, we gonna start building tiny houses. We just closed the deal on some land. He just purchased the first bit of land. You know what I mean? So we can start building on that. So we just got our hand in a little bit of everything, but it's not just me. It's a village. It's a bunch of us, and we all got our hand in it. You know what I mean?
Hey man, that's what's up, because it definitely takes a team. Ain't no I in team.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
Nah, there's no. But I say this though, there's no I in team, but there is in win, right? So I'm gonna make sure that we win, no matter I am going to make sure that we win. No matter what, and everybody on the team should have that same feeling. Like, I am going to be responsible for this win, and if all of us come to the game with that energy, how can we lose?
Yeah. Hey man, that's a true example of brother's keeper right there. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's definitely the true example of that. All right, so let's come out of the questionnaire for a second. I want to have a little fun with it. Yeah. We got about a half hour left, so let's have a little bit of fun. Let's do some story time, man.
All right.
Tell me some stories about things that you encountered in the industry. I'm sorry. If you could, you know what I mean? I know it might not be, some things you can't tell too much.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But tell me something that was like a great time for you, and who was that you was with in the industry at that time?
Man, you know who I had a real good time with? I had a good run with Boosie and his camp. I had a real good run with that. I got to learn a lot of a lot about what I was saying with value. You know what I mean? Like, because Boosie brings a certain value to the game, and there's people that are willing to, they're willing to pay for that value, and that's one person that I seen it firsthand capitalize off of his value. He knew his value. He knew the value of his situations. He knew if he put you in front of this, you were going to get that. If he took a picture with you here, you were going to go there. If he put you on his page, people was going to tap in. So I learned a lot running around with Boosie, Carlos Brown, a couple dudes at that time that had some things going on, and I was fortunate enough to be in that loop for a little bit, and it was fun. I got to learn a lot, and it was definitely, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of fun. During that time, we went on tour with Kevin Gates. Also, we did the Luca Brasi 3 tour.
Man, what was that like?
Man, that was a pivotal moment of my life in the music industry. That's when you do a lot of, when you're in this industry, you do a lot of shaking hands and meeting people, and even really big people, but you meet them in certain places that are unconventional, and not everything is as professional as you want it to be, and this and that. That was my first real taste of like really moving, city to city, state to state, with an itinerary, and just doing everything a certain kind of way. So I got introduced to like the real structural side of things, and the real label side of things during that Luca Brasi 3 tour, and it was dope. I got to learn a lot.
So give the people that want to get in this business and want to know something about touring that they might not know. Throw something out there for them that they need to know.
So they glamorize, being city to city, state to state. But when you really moving around like that, you don't have time for a lot of things. So like you gotta really sacrifice. It's a lot harder for me. I feel like I give a lot of credit to women that go on tour, because like that tour life, and then to have that certain upkeep as like a woman artist, you know what I mean? Like, whoo, because as a dude, when you could just throw on some sweats and move around and you don't gotta look a certain type of way, it's still hard, you know what I mean? Because like you figure you let's say first night the show starts at 11 o'clock, so you gotta be at the sound check and all of that stuff a little early. So you showing up for sound check. If the show starts at 11, you're showing up for sound check maybe around 6-7 o'clock. So now you gotta be at the venue at 6-7 o'clock, right? So that means that you gotta leave your hotel maybe about like 4 or 5 o'clock or whatever the case is. So I'm backtracking so you can just see how crazy the timeline is.
Yeah, sure.
So really, by the time you end the night, and you done moved around, you done did everything, you getting back to the hotel at 5 in the morning. You really got from 5 in the morning to, let's say, I want to say 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock to sleep, right? Like 2-3 hours to sleep. And then you got to get up, shower, boom. You got to go hit your first morning interview or your first little press run for the morning time. You're not going back to the hotel after that. Right after that, you're going to grab lunch. You're moving to see where the sound check is going to be at. Like, you moving around. So you're really only getting 2 to 3 hours of sleep. And depending on how long your tour is, like when we did that Luca Brasi 3 tour, the artist that we were moving around with that was opening up for Kevin Gates on that tour, we were on the road with him for, I think, it was a 30 day tour, 30 city tour. We did like, I want to say 26 days out of that whole, them 26 days, we slept 2 hours every single day. We outside promoting, shaking hands, taking pictures, doing this, doing that. So it's not as glamorous as people really make it out to be. You know what I mean? When you grinding, when you got a bit more of a bag. This is to the independent artists. This is not, you know what I mean? Like, when you first starting out, you're going to spend a lot of money. You're not going to sleep. You're going to get very, very frustrated. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to lose track of things because you're not getting a lot of sleep. By the third day, you feel like you're losing your mind. You know what I mean?
I can imagine.
Yeah, so, and then, like, it creates a lot of tension. So now you're around people and, you know, the tension is high and people are all aggravated because ain't nobody getting no rest. And you got to put on all these fake smiles for everybody. And everybody got to mind their manners when they're in these buildings and, you know, all kinds of stuff. So there just be a lot that really goes into it that people don't understand. You know what I mean? And when you're starting off, a lot of it comes out of your own pocket. So if you're on tour, if you're talking about an independent artist going on tour, yeah, that because I'll be hearing a lot of independent artists like, man, I want to go on tour. Ain't nobody about, man, you got to pay to put your own tour together. Like, you know, even big artists that I still work with to this day, like they booking themselves, they putting their own tours together. They not waiting for nobody to book them and this and that. Like,
yeah, my man Hollywood him do that. I don't know if you know Hollywood him. He from Philly, but he know Gil and them too.
Okay, all right.
Him and Wallow like best friends.
Okay, lit. Yeah, I definitely gotta get familiar. But yeah, exactly like what he does. You gotta book yourself. You gotta move around, and that's what a lot of artists don't do, man. They just be waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're gonna be waiting, and you ain't gonna get nothing out of it. You gotta create the circumstance that you want. You can't wait for it.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. That's dope, man. Thank you for dropping the gems out to the artists out there because they need to hear behind the scenes what it's really like, you know. And this show,
it's not glamorous at all, and it costs a lot of money. So
yeah, man. So be aware of that, y'all. You want to go on tour, you want to live this life, you got to put that bag up for yourself.
Yeah.
You want to get known, put that bag up. You hear him telling you right now, straight like that.
But you know, a room with 3 people is going to turn into a room with 10 people, and that's going to turn into a room with 30 people. And then you double back on these routes. You know what I mean? You shake hands. It's not about how many people in the room. It's about how you make those people feel. Because them 3 people, if you make them feel good, they're going to tell people. And when you come back, they're going to have more people in the room waiting for you. And you just got to build on that block by block, brick by brick. You know what I mean? As long as you do that, you're going to be straight. I've been building my fan base consistently for the last, I want to say 12 years. And I've been doing it block by block. No matter what I do, videos, music. It's just, you know what I mean? Like, I could do anything, and I'm going to be able to get something out of it because you got to just worry about building an organic fan base and connecting with people one by one, block by block, brick by brick. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, that's fire, dog. Let me ask you this. When was the last time you took a real break? No work, no favors, no calls, no nothing. When's the last time Hollywood said, look, I'm going to chill, I'm going to go somewhere, and I'm going to fall back?
Well, I can't even remember, bro. I ain't even going to lie to you. I can't remember. I can't remember at all. I don't remember. I haven't.
You know, that's something that you need to do for yourself to help yourself mentally.
Yeah.
As a businessman and an artist.
Yeah. One day.
We all said one day. Right now, it ain't it.
Yeah. we all have dreams. That's a dream of mine.
I feel you. I definitely feel you. All right. Do you struggle with setting boundaries, or did you learn that the hard way?
I learned it the hard way, but now I don't struggle with it anymore.
So how do you handle it?
I make it clear from the jump, like what my boundaries are. A lot of people might think it's a little aggressive, but you know, I might meet somebody, and if I feel like I'm gonna know you for a while, because you know if you're gonna deal with somebody or whatever. So like, if I feel like I'm gonna know you for a while, I just lay it all out right there. Like, yo, look, I'm like this, I'm like that, I like this, I like that. Bop, 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 bop. I feel like you're gonna be around for a little bit, so I just might as well put it all out on the table real quick.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's a good thing though, you know, because when you make it clear, people can't try to finesse or none of that.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes people do try to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So how do you deal with those trying to finesse?
I wish they would.
Hey.
Yeah.
Straight like that.
Yeah. I built this thing off of blood, sweat, and tears, so I ain't gonna let nobody play with it.
So what you do to reset when everything feels loud?
When everything feels loud to reset, I don't even know, man. Like I said, I just be thinking about other business ventures, for real. Recently, I've been working on music, but we had some stuff going on these last few months with expanding the business, so I haven't been able to like really work on music. That's been a good outlet. Recently, it's just getting back in the studio working on some music. I recently recorded I want to say 7 new albums in the last 3-4 months. So
you said 7?
Yeah, about 7 new albums.
Yeah,
right. 7. Yeah, we did about 7.
Your audio getting a little choppy. All right, let's see. All right. Must have been the same thing as before. He'll be back. He gonna come in, come out, yo. You know. It's looking like the same thing as before. He went out, he kind of got choppy, but we here, y'all. Listen, Hollywood Pompeii, he going in. Dropping some jewels for y'all, and I hope y'all really, really enjoy this interview because not only is he telling y'all how the industry is, he's sharing a bit, you know what I'm saying? And sharing is always a good thing, you know what I'm saying? That's what we need in this community of artists. We need people to give the information so that it can be direct. Like you said, even with boundaries, you got to make it clear from the very beginning. So, you know what I'm saying? While he's here, he'll be back. He'll be back in, it's your boy here. I hope y'all enjoy what we doing here. We try and just keep it, on the up and up. You feel me? Dollar Radio, Going In Radio, Hollywood TV, Hollywood Radio, 105.7 The Phase. Speaking of which, I will be in full effect by Monday. Well, by the weekend, as far as the station. I'm trying to get some things acclimated, y'all. So give me a minute with that too. You know what I'm saying? Be patient with your boy. I'm growing. We expanding over here, and that's what it is. The Pot Podcast is expanding to a bigger horizon and doing bigger and better things. And, I'm happy to do it, So with that being said, we just going to do what we do and be graceful with everything that we do. We're going to be humble about everything we do, So that's what it is, y'all. So I want to speak a bit more about this thing that we doing right here. You know what I'm saying? This thing that we doing right here on the pot. Talking is mental health. You know what I mean? This journey was definitely a hard journey, but to get where we at now, it felt good, Having great conversations with like-minded people. It's good to have like-minded individuals with you to have these conversations, and we just go in and talk. So y'all know what it is. We're going to keep bringing more interviews, bringing more energy, more life into what we doing. You know what I mean? So just keep moving. We straight like that. We out here. You know what I mean? All right. So until my guests come back, y'all know the vibes. Keep it locked in.
We coming in from the door, man, on folks them. Y'all already know, cuz. Yeah. I rock all this white like I'm godly. Sushi gon' come with wasabi. Fresh off the steps of the porch. I walk out, get in a Porsche. Know that I'm using the force. Know that I mastered the course. Known as the plug and the source. Haters, they feeling remorse. This for my dogs in court. That's facing the judge and the jury. My brother, he made it in sports. And that's why he rock all that jewelry. She can remember me now. Know that my vision is blurry. I got these racks on me now. Know that the money done carry me. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud. Running their mouth. Know I really feed the game. Hold up. We on the beaches and right off the coast. Down here in Florida, we doing the most. The hustle on South Beach is like a LeBron. You call it a pound and we call it a bomb. We at the lick and I'm working with chicken. Shout out my nigga from Memphis, they chicken. On my dog and themselves, know I know that they listening. Yeah, I'm on a new level just like I'm Hendrix. Straight from the gutter, we come from the trenches. We ball on these niggas, they sit on the bench. They using the style and I swear I ain't lending. We pushing the P and the P is for profit. They watching and listening, now look how they copy. They hate and respect it, but gotta acknowledge me. Know that a nigga be doing a lot. Know that I'm lit in my city. Know that I'm hot. Know that we poppin', man. Everybody chasing that cloud, running their mouth. Know I really feed the game.
All right. Listen, y'all. My guest, he had something important he had to do probably, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Maybe, he might be coming back. He might not. But listen, I hope y'all enjoyed the interview with him because it was popping. Once again, it's your boy Tigmatic, and we here. The pot. We got something brewing for stirring the pot, too. Speaking of something brewing, shout out to the ladies. I used to see mine, and Tig. Y'all out there. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out for the alley-oop. Matter of fact, I want to do this. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this because one time for the alley-oop. One time for the Phase 105.7. One time for the Pot Podcast, we here. And listen, I hope y'all feeling good, and eating healthy and caring about your mental health. That's one of the biggest things you got to care about out here, your mental health. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes life be lifing. Like my guest said earlier, life be lifing, and you gotta know boundaries. You gotta know when to say no. And you also have to pay attention to everything going around. Everything going around you. Let me say that the proper way. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry. But pay attention to everything around you. And make sure people's intentions are pure. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of people out here that don't got pure intentions. So, it is what it is. We out here, we moving and booming. Hollywood TV, Hollywood Radio, Going In Radio, Dollar Radio, 105.7 The Fees. ATL, what's cracking? We out here. Y'all know it. Keep it locked in. We'll be right back.
Introducing the all-new, all-natural wrap patch. The smoking bandage for broken, stale, cracked, torn cigars, cones, cigarettes, wraps, you name it. Here we have a stale cigar with 2 holes in it. We're going to take our brown paper wrap patches and we're going to tear it in half because a little goes a long way. You lick the shiny adhesive side of the wrap and then you apply it to the damaged area, smoothing it over as you go, like you see me doing here, to get all the air bubbles out and to make it a complete airtight seal. We're going to take our other side of our wrap patch and do the exact same thing with the other hole. These are our brown papers. And now we have a completely new fixed cigar. No need to throw it out, no wasting money. Now we have the same cigar, completely broken in half. And these are our white colored papers. As you see, the shiny adhesive side is the side that you lick. Hold your piece of your damaged smoking vessels together. Apply the wrap patch, and it doesn't even have to be perfect. These are how well and how good the wrap patches adhere. Smooth it around. You can add heat to speed up the drying process. But like we have here, a completely fixed, airtight seal cigar. Odorless, tasteless. It's a game changer, y'all. Get yours now. TheWrapPatch.com. Patent pending.
Hey y'all, this is Dr. Portia Miller, known as Queen. I'm here to say stay tuned in to the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic, Hollywood TV Radio, Dollar Radio, and Going Air Radio. You might get some good music and some knowledge. You feel me? Peace.
Just for good.
All right, we here, y'all. Listen, it's your boy signing off. Have a good day. Have a good night. And y'all know what it is.
That's just how we roll.
To the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
What's up, y'all? Tune into the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic.
For the Pot Podcast with your boy Tigmatic.
On Pot Podcast, stirring the pot.
So tune in to the Pot Podcast with Tigmatic on Hollywood TV.
Tune in to the Pot Podcast, my boy Tigmatic.
And Going Air Radio. You might get some good music and some knowledge.